Good morning. I have some good news in the case that I brought you this morning around 5 o'clock. The case involving Mrs. Box. Thanks to the support of the media and the efforts from detectives, Mrs. Box has been located outside of Americus, Georgia, alive and well. Actually has run out of gas on the side of the road in her car. I mentioned at my briefing this morning that there was the possibility that something less sinister had occurred. Thank God that was the case here. What we have here is a separate, unrelated burglary to Mrs. Box's residence that brought her son over here and brought police involved to learn of this incident. It appears that at some point in time yesterday morning, Mrs. Box was alive and well in the area of Georgia using her credit card, making her way through Georgia around some back roads up and down the I-75 corridor, again using her credit card, and we were able to locate those locations where she used her credit card, found video of her, and then as we're going through that investigation found that she was actually found by a Georgia State Trooper on the side of the road, ran out of gas. So she is alive and well. I'm happy to be the bearer of good news when it comes to this. It really does highlight, though, Mrs. Box displayed no signs of dementia or no signs of forgetfulness really to any of her family members. She, however, like many aging adults that we have, she found herself in the car and I'm assuming got lost in Georgia. Had no reason to be in Georgia, wasn't planning a trip to Georgia, but found her way hours into Georgia. So, it should serve as a reminder to those of us who may have aging parents to use caution and be aware of some of those issues that may come from forgetfulness and being behind the wheel. Thankfully, this ended happily, and I can take any questions.
Is it believed that she was there and the burglary happened before or after she left? What is this timeline?
It appears the timeline involved in this is that she may have left early yesterday morning. The first hit that we started getting timelines in later this morning was that at 11 yesterday morning she was in rural Georgia using that credit card. A little bit of difficulty when it came back to getting some of those bank records overnight to show us that, but once we started getting times associated with locations, she was out of her house well before this burglary occurred. The alarm went off last night at 10:35, and we have her using her card almost 12 hours before that. Again, wish I could have had some of that information time-wise earlier, but you have to work some of these cases as the worst-case scenario and work backwards. Thankfully, this one ended with a happy ending.
How did she have her purse on her?
She did have her purse on her, and she seems to be in good health, good spirits. Maybe a little bit confused as to where she is, but the key feature there is that she is alive.
Help us, Americus is basically where?
Rural Georgia, off of 75, kind of up towards Atlanta.
And that trooper actually had the information that had been relayed to him regarding the vehicle? And
he had the information when he stopped to check on the car off the side of the road. Because it was entered in the system, her car came back as her being a possible abduction victim. That led us to where we are now.
Did she say where she was going?
No, she didn't. Again, there was no plans to go to Georgia, and that's what happens a lot with some of these dementia and forgetfulness cases. When they get behind the wheel, they think they're going across town, possibly going to the store. A wrong turn turns into 5 wrong turns, and hours later, I mean, we've had them themselves find up in South Florida thinking that they're on Southside Boulevard. It's sad, but it is concerning that these folks find themselves where they shouldn't be and do get lost.
She forgot her cell phone?
Yes, she didn't have her cell phone with her. So again, that adds to the sinister nature as we start putting facts together. You have her home burglarized, she's missing, her car's missing, and her cell phone's there, which normally isn't the case, but this time it was. So we found some of these dementia patients in robes and slippers, going to the store, but winding up somewhere else. So again, glad we have good news.
Is she headed back here, do you know?
Yeah, we'll work with her son to help him get her back here.
Is he going up there?
He's going up to retrieve her.
Any more info on the burglary incident?
No, we're going to work that.
Okay.
Part of what was taken was her TV, so we now have a separate unrelated burglary case.
Box
We
has
have some pretty
been
good news.
found safe.